How important is the African diaspora here in terms of lobbying and perhaps influencing policies that help for the United States to interact with African countries?
Thank you. And that is what we are working on. We have a new organization called United People for African Congress. That's to enable us to come to the table. We have too many voices. And you know, if three of us are talking, no one's going to pay attention. Now we need to start coming to the table, every one of us, recognizing ourselves. Inclusivity is very, very important. That's one thing I respect President Obama so much. If you recall, during his campaign, he talked about inclusiveness, getting everybody together. And that's why he won and won massively. So people don't know that that's a very big secret. Like this other one who is shouting about throwing people back to where they come from. But he forgot that those people you are throwing back are the people who make America strong. I can't imagine when the media have focused so much narrating those who came here to pick fruits and so on, but they forgot those who made the farm, those who build our railways and all the resources that come. So we need to focus on the diaspora, and all we diaspora need to come together. You know, we need to stop grumbling, we need to stop agonizing, but we need to start organizing ourselves so that we can position ourselves to better pay attention to what is going on back in Africa. We have a lot of responsibility right there. By coming together, it doesn't matter whether you speak English, you speak French, you're Christian, you're Muslim, we are one Africa. President Obama said the future of Africa is in the hand of Africans. And it is time for them to respect that word and start involving Africans here to be able to make decisions. You can't write policy on Africa when there is no African there. I mean, you cannot say you are drafting a policy on Africa when you have no African leader there, ethnic African, who can tell you that this thing favors my people or not.
Where there is no African sitting on the table.
Thank you. Now we are pushing, we are asking that we want to be at the table. And we want that acknowledgement. We want that welcome. And that's why I love the Democratic Party, not because I represent the Democratic Party, but that has been the only party that has given us the enabling playing field, that has welcomed us to come to the table.
You know as well as I do that the single largest recipient of American aid in the world is the State of Israel. Mm-hmm. Israel has really very few people.
Because of organization. They got
compared,
themselves
of course,
together.
To the continent of Africa, which boasts about 1.25 billion people. You know why Israel is what it is? Because of the Jewish community in the United States.
Yes.
In terms of about lobbies and influences, the manner in which Washington interacts with Tel Aviv.
And the way they manage themselves. You see, not that every community have one problem or the other, but we take our own problem as if we are the only one with problem. I always tell people this: God bless Africa. We are the most diverse continent in the world, but many of us see our diversity as our impediment, as our challenge, our problem. But that's a unique thing God has done there. If we can bring ourselves together. Israel, you mentioned, they work together. They are able to manage the affairs of Israel. If we can work together, forget about differences, forget about political. I mean, after election, when someone is being elected and sworn in, for the interest of the entire community, we need to work together and make sure we sustain him. If you don't like him at the election time, you vote him out. And that's what I personally do. I might work with you, promote you, do everything, but when it comes to election, I will analyze if I want you again or if I don't want you again.
Very interesting. Mm-hmm.